Alright, hey YouTube. So I showed this off in the videos I did on Pinnacle Studio. Remember the live stream, and then it had problems, so I just recorded the last bit and uploaded it. I'm doing this again so that it's a nice short video all by itself, easy to show to people on the Pinnacle Studio forums, and get some opinion on this, because I've finally come up with a good reason for why Studio 22 does the weird re-render thing, which I'm going to demonstrate, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. And what I'm doing here, this is something that I've experimented with on other clips, just because I'm curious about the effect and how it looks when I do it. Because I've seen it used a few times with, like, whoops, sorry, with somebody dancing. Copy this. So now what we have, it's not going to look great here, but we have the clip being, you know, forwards and then backwards again several times. And then it goes out and plays normally, and as you saw, that bar up top, that was BGrender. If you're not familiar, it went out and it rendered the one clip, and then I was able to paste it in, and it did its job. Of course, if I pasted it and it ended up being on top of something like this, it's going to re-render, but that's because it's a new spot, new effect. But here, I can paste as many times as I need to before, or even after, and it won't re-render that because it says I've already rendered this. Let's take these bits of code and just put them in sequence. It's doing some cool stuff like that. So let's go to Studio 22 and show you what it's doing in Studio 22. Alright, now we're in Studio 22. I'm going to do the same thing. I don't have to be like super precise with this. We're just going to go forward a little ways in our clip. We're going to make a split. We do copy, paste, paste. Click on this one. We'll head into our Edit tab. Go to Time Remapping. And we want to reverse the clip. So obviously it starts rendering. And it's pretty good speed actually. Especially compared to when I first tested. And if I paste, it has to re-render. If I paste again, anything being placed later on down in the timeline has to render, and it renders it separately. So for instance, if I jump to the end here, paste, there we go. It has to render what's down there. And at first it was shocking, and then it bugged me, but I've actually taken some time to think about it, and obviously it's not a bug. Like, oh, it's not doing it now, but this was jumping around where it wasn't supposed to, so that was a bug. But this going like that obviously is something that they coded in. Well, there's a small chance they just modified some code and then it started doing that and they didn't notice or didn't think it would make that much of a difference. But I think it's a purposeful thing that they put in. Now, two things why I think they might have put it in. One, maybe it makes editing faster, which I'm doubtful, especially since if it has to render this each time instead of saying I've already done that, don't re-render, then it's going to have to render these, and you put a bunch in, you know, like if I do this several times, and so it has to render that, but then also I've put another clip in here. No, that doesn't work. But then also I put another clip in here, and it has to render this clip for some reason. Yes, see? It's going to finish this one, and then this one, whereas if that one was already rendered, it wouldn't have to. So maybe it somehow speeds things up, but where I definitely think it could speed things up and improve stuff is in the quality of the playback. Because in my studio settings here, I always make sure that it's set to balanced, because I want it to be fast, but also kind of look good. So, quality of playback, not best quality, because my computer probably couldn't handle that. It would probably be jumpy in playback. And I don't want fastest playback, because then the video would look pretty horrible. I want it to look somewhat good. Especially when I'm putting effects in and stuff, I want to be able to see where I'm actually putting it. So I choose balance. So it gives me not the best playback or the best speed, but good in both areas. So I'm thinking maybe the fact that it renders it each time maybe improves the quality that it can play back when set to balanced. I'm not sure. I've actually never even tried the other two. I've just kept it on balanced. But maybe that's why. But I'm not exactly sure. So hopefully you guys on the Pinnacle Studio forums maybe have some ideas about, you know, why this is. what any benefits are, what their reasoning might have been. But you know, thanks for watching. Of course, like, subscribe, all that. I don't know. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Just a quick announcement for on the studio forums. If you're interested, I will have a video coming out later on today. You can check where I'm saying what I'm deciding to do as far as Pinnacle Studio upgrading. So if you're interested in that, it'll be on the channel. You guys can check it out. See you guys later.